Good afternoon and welcome to my channel. My name is Siri and today we are going to do a Sushi Bazooka product review. I'm going to walk you through everything I did from start to finish, and at the end I'm going to give you my honest review of this product. All of the ingredients will be listed in the description box below, as well as the link to the Sushi Bazooka. Now the bazooka was only $6, so I don't know how high of hopes I have for this, but I'm very excited to see how this turns out. For my rice, I did a 1-to-1 ratio, so I did 1 cup of water to 1 cup of sushi rice, and you want to make sure that you clean it enough to where the water is running clear. While my rice is cooking, I'm going to go ahead and make the seasoning that's going to go in the rice, and this is going to be 1/4 cup of unseasoned rice vinegar, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 2 teaspoons of sugar. Go ahead and give all of this a good stir and then pop this in the microwave for 30 seconds. And then when it comes out of the microwave, go ahead and keep stirring this until that sugar dissolves. You could also do this on the stovetop if you wanted to. Once your rice is done cooking, go ahead and transfer that cooked rice into a separate bowl. Please remember to be very careful because the pot will be really hot. From here, I did go ahead and fluff out my rice gently with a rice paddle, and then I go ahead and add all of my rice seasoning into my cooked rice. Give this a good stir and make sure that all the rice is coated with this mixture. Since I'm not going to use this rice right away, I did go ahead and cover the top with some saran wrap. Go ahead and prep all of the ingredients that are going to go into your sushi roll. I'm just going to do a spicy California roll. I went ahead and peeled the outside of my cucumber, but you can definitely skip this step if it doesn't bother you. If you are using cucumber, go ahead and cut it into strips. Don't be like me and cut the cucumber too small. I definitely had a hard time cutting them into strips because I did cut it so small. Since I'm just making one sushi roll, I'm only using 3 imitation crab sticks. If you wanted to, you could also just chop this into tiny pieces. You do not have to rip these into shreds if you do not want to. I am going to use my homemade spicy mayo. This is going to be 100 grams of mayo, 25 grams of sriracha, and 25 grams of honey. Just mix everything together, and if you don't trust me on anything but this, that's okay. This homemade mayo is significantly better than any of the jarred stuff you'll get. This is the Sushi Bazooka. I just got it in the mail yesterday, and this is my first time opening it. My husband actually just made California rolls last night. We did work at a sushi restaurant years ago, and he actually watched some of the chefs work, but he is 100% against the Sushi Bazooka because he knows that he can do it better. Maybe he's scared of being shown up. I don't know, but we shall see how this turns out. Right away, I'm kind of confused because one of the clips is not coming undone, and I immediately think that I'm doing something wrong, but after a little bit of elbow grease, I finally got it opened. When I tell you the instructions are as vague as they come, I significantly mean this. It does not tell you much of anything, but what I did go ahead and do is put a little bit of sesame oil down and just brush it along the edges because I do not trust that the rice will not stick to the actual bazooka itself, and I don't want that mess. And now we get to finally put the sushi together. We are about to find out if this process or if the product is worth it. Since the instructions were so vague, you have to kind of eyeball how much rice you put in there. It didn't give you any kind of suggested amount. It didn't tell you how much rice to filling you should put in. It kind of makes you figure that out for yourself. That looks like enough rice, so now I'm gonna go in and add my toppings. I'm adding in cucumber, spicy, crab meat, and avocado. I'm going kind of light on the avocado and the cucumber just because I want to save any extra room for that crab meat. So this is where we ran into some issues. There were two latches on the back that weren't connected, and so whenever I kept trying to close the sushi tube, it kept coming undone. So after about 5 minutes of fighting with this thing, I finally got it. Then after that, I just slowly pushed the sushi in with the lid on to compact it. And I go ahead and lay down my nori. I do the rough side up. I believe, if I remember correctly, that is how they do it in sushi restaurants. But from here, you take the cap off and you just go ahead and push the sushi out of the tube and onto the nori. I did reposition my sushi to make sure that everything was going to be even, and then I took the cap and I filled it with some water so that way I could wet the edges, so that way the nori would stick to each other. Then you just roll it as tightly as you can. I do think that if you used a sushi mat, it would make it just a little bit tighter. In this moment, I remembered two things. One, this knife was not sharp enough to cut the sushi, and two, I was cutting on a very nice plate. So I go back and I get a sharper knife and a cutting board, and then I go ahead and start cutting these into pieces. This is not pretty. No matter how hard I tried, these did not come out pretty. Honestly, for $6, I definitely think that the Sushi Bazooka is worth it. I got the sushi out of it. It wasn't pretty, but that's definitely because of user error, I think. I definitely think that a family just trying to make sushi on their own would really enjoy this. Thank you so much for stopping by today. If you have any kitchen gadgets that you want me to review, please leave them down in the comments below. And as always, I know that I've enjoyed spending time with you, and I hope you enjoyed spending time with me. Bye!